Hello everyone, this is video 15.3 and I am Senor Nelson, and we're going to be talking about the relationships between sides and angles in a triangle. Oh, and by the way, Texas, fight! Okay, let's make sure we have our video notes. The examples are going to be on the left side here, and your Google Doc pictures are right here. You may not have enough room to work in this general area, but you may have to do your work on scratch paper. That's all right though. Okay. First, let's go check out this interactive website. Here is the URL right here. If you'll type this in to the search bar and join me there. Okay, here we are. Scroll on down and let's check out this cool website here. Now, what this interactive triangle allows you to do is manipulate a triangle, and you can come over here and click order sides, and you can click you want to round it to the tenths. So angle B is black, and then the line opposite of that is black. Angle C is purple, and the line opposite of that is purple, and angle A here is red, and the line opposite of that is red. So that's how this kind of triangle over here works. Now, as I adjust it, the angles up here adjust, and the sides adjust. So angle B here is the largest angle, and it's also the line opposite of that, line CA, is the longest side. Okay, and that's going to be essential for today. You can use this app to answer all the Google Doc questions too. Notice over here that if you take angle A plus angle B plus angle C together, they make a straight line 180 degrees. And no matter how I move that angle around, see how B is really big right now, it's taking up most of that 180 degrees, but no matter how I manipulate or change it, the angles always add up to 180 degrees. So play around with the app, use it. Notice how when the angle changes, the side opposite it also changes. That's what today's lesson is all about. So the essential question is, how can you use the relationships between the side lengths and angle measures in a triangle to solve problems? Okay, so the answer is the shortest side is opposite the smallest angle. The longest side is opposite the largest angle, and the mid-size side is opposite the mid-size angle. Okay, copy this down. That is the essence of today's lesson. Okay, so here is example 1. Okay, now in example 1, you are given the interior angles here, and you have to determine which side goes with which which angle. Okay. So our first step is to write each of the angles in order from least to greatest. So angle C is the least. So go ahead and write the angles from least to greatest. Okay, so angle C is 30 degrees, angle A is 50 degrees, and angle B is 100 degrees. Okay, now we're going to take the measurements that were listed up here, and we're going to write them in order from least to greatest. Okay, so the least of the measurements is 4.5 centimeters. So I'm going to put 4.5 centimeters. Then 7. Then 9 centimeters. So remember the answer to the essential question. The smallest angle has the shortest side, the mid-size angle has the mid-size side, and the largest angle has the longest side. And so now we just have to name the sides. So here's how we're going to do it. We're going to start with this angle C, which is 30 degrees, and all I'm going to do is draw a line across to here, and that line ends up at line AB. So this is actually line AB. Okay, the 50 degree, I go from here, I go across the opposite side, and that's line BC. And then finally the 100-degree line goes straight across the opposite side, which is line AC. Okay, and there is our answer. If I wanted to, I could go in and label these like this. And there we go. These are the sides that correspond with the angles. Okay, here's Google Doc question number 1. Pause the video, solve the problem. Okay, here's Google Doc question number 2. Pause the video, solve the problem. Okay, here is example number 2. Now in this problem, you're given the sides and you have to determine what the angles are for angle A, angle B, and angle C. Okay, so this goes back to the central question. The largest sides go with the largest angle, and the smallest side goes with the smallest angle, and the mid-size side goes with the mid-size angle. It's kind of like the three bears, the Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and the little baby bear. Okay, so we're going to do the same strategy. We're going to put the sides links in order from least to greatest, and then we're going to match it up with the angles here. Okay, so side AB is 13, AC is 17.6, and side BC is 20. Okay, now we're going to put the angles in order from least to greatest. The least is 40 degrees. Next is 60 degrees. And finally we have 80 degrees. And the same strategy as last time. We find line AB, it's right here. We draw a line across. That's angle C. So this is equal to angle C. Okay, line AC, it's right here, line AC. And the opposite angle is angle B. So this 60 degrees is equal to angle B. Alright, and finally BC. Line BC is right here. The opposite angle is angle A. So 80 degrees is equal to angle A. And that is how you determine the sides or the angles. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and take these angles and you could actually put them in there and label it. Like this. And as you can tell, the largest angle is opposite the largest side. The smallest angle is opposite the smallest side. That's really all there is to it. Alright, so here is Google Doc question number 3. Pause the video, solve it. Alright, here is Google Doc question 4. Pause the video, solve it. Okay, here is our third example. This example about Brandy making a quilt. Okay, what I want you to do first is read the problem, identify what it's asking you to do, and then identify the clues that are given. Okay, in green I've highlighted the problem. We have a ribbon that's going to border around one of the triangles, and we want to know how much ribbon she will need. The pink are the clues. We know that each triangle is in the shape of a right isosceles triangle, and that two of the side measures of one triangle are 6.4 inches and 9 inches. Okay, so the strategy here that I would use is I would start off by making a picture. Okay, so we're told that it is a right isosceles. Isosceles meaning two sides are the same. Right meaning I have a 90-degree angle. Okay, so we're going to draw our little picture, our model. I'm going to try to make these two sides the same length. Okay, like that. I'm going to put a little mark here indicating that these two sides are the same length. And I'm going to put a mark here showing that's 90 degrees. Okay. Now we have to use some logic and some strategy here. Let's talk about the angles on the inside. I know that the sum of all the angles of a triangle are 180 degrees. And I know that this is 90 degrees. That means remaining I have 90 degrees. And I know that because this side is the same as this side in length, I know that this angle right here and this angle right here are the same amount. They have to be. Okay, so that means that I could just take this amount and divide it in 2. So 90 divided by 2 equals 45 degrees. So I know that both of these are 45 degrees. So just so that we can see, I'm going to go ahead and give each of these vertices a letter, A, B, and C. And so I'm going to say that the measure of angle B is equal to 45 degrees. The angle C is equal to 45 degrees. And angle A, the right angle, is 90 degrees. Okay, now that I've listed those in order, I want to point out again that we have two sides, 6.4 inches and 9 inches. Those are two lengths that were given. We know that either this is going to be repeated twice or this is going to be repeated twice. So if I look at my clues here, 90 degrees is my largest angle. That means my largest side has to be 9 inches. So I know that this right here is my largest side. Largest side, that has to be 90 inches. That is side BC. So 9 inches equals BC. Okay, so I'm just going to arbitrarily pick 6.4 inches for one of these other ones. So let's say 6.4 inches is equal to, and this is angle C, which is line AB. But guess what? Line AB and AC are equal to each other. So this also has to be 6.4 inches. Okay. And that's line AC. Okay, now I have the length of all three sides, but I need to know for a ribbon the border around one of the triangles, so I have to add all three of these sides up. When I add all three of these sides up, I get 21.8 inches when I add all three up. So I need 21.8 inches of ribbon. Alright, and here's your last Google Doc question. Pause the video, answer it, submit your Google Doc. Have a wonderful day.